Hi guys, ready to start the fall off with 2 new contests and of course in-game news? Good, because that's what we have in store for you, so let's go right to the overview. We start the show off with Timon and Rika telling us what's changing in Elvenar's battles. Afterwards, we go over to Forge of Empires where T and Kai tell us about the game's upcoming events. Next, we go over to Grepolis where Niels tells us about the recent changes. After that, Travel Wars 2 tells us about their birthday event. Last but not least, we head over to Cologne to the InnoGames Game Jam during Gamescom. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's answer why the heck I'm dressed like this. Well, you see, September is a special month for us because we celebrate 2 of our game's birthdays, Travel Wars 2 and Grepolis. And since I'm kind of unoriginal, I thought that I would dress up as the goddess Artemis because, well, my name. If you don't get it, Google it. But now let's go over to the contest. First off, Grepolis. Throughout this episode, you will see 3 goddesses spread out randomly. If you see them, send us a timestamp, your player name, and the market to tv@innogames.com and we'll reward you with lots and lots and lots of premium. Now, let's head over to Travel Wars 2. For their contest, that one's simple. All you have to do is answer this. What's the original name of the Berserker unit? Got it? Good. Because now we'll move over to Rika and Timon and they'll tell us what's changing in Elvenar.
Hello Elvenar players! This is Rike and Timon from the Elvenar team. Today we might have a surprising topic for you. It's all about our battle. So, what's up with that, Rike?
As our most advanced players will remember, we promised to release 2 new units in the Fairy chapter. And until today, nothing has happened.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I almost forgot about them. What the heck went wrong?
Actually, quite a lot. While implementing the new units, we ran into several technical and balancing related problems. But why am I telling you this? Aren't you the balancer and I'm the artist? You just want to make me the bearer of bad news.
Okay, so we basically found out that the current battle is very hard to enhance. Adding new content got more and more problematic. But now we decided to rebalance and restructure it, to be able to offer new content faster and easier.
And we are finally there. So Timon, what will be changed?
Actually, quite a lot.
Hey, you stole my quote.
It's so much that we had to split the changes into 3 packages, a big one at the start and 2 smaller ones.
Yes, tell me what's in there.
With the release of the first package, we will change the balancing of all units, their costs, values, their battle strategies, also enemy attributes. And in turn, we have to adjust the training speed of the barracks, the effect of the armories, and of course, also the effect of related ancient wonders to ensure they are at least as powerful as before.
Sounds like you are changing everything.
Everything, yes. And some technologies, like squad size upgrades will be more powerful and some units will be accessible earlier.
Powerful and faster is always better. But it sounds like it would be good to prepare for all the changes. Any tips?
Yeah, don't store too many troops. They will be cheaper to produce afterwards anyway. But otherwise, you should be fine.
But I have to change my battle strategy after the changes, right?
Indeed. We will use a new, easy to understand system where every unit type, for instance light melee units or mages, are good or bad against other unit types. One example. The Axe Barbarian and the Sword Dancer, both light melee units, will from now on be a very good choice against all light ranged units, like the Archer and the Crossbowman, and a bad choice against heavy melee units, like the Paladin and the Treant. Once you got the system, it's very easy to use. The challenge comes with the enemy combinations you have to face.
Graphics! Finally, a system that I can understand by looking at a picture. You know how to make an artist happy.
And that's just the first package. The second, which will follow soon after, will give Elven players access to the Cerberus, right now a human exclusive. And the humans, on the other side, will get a new unit, their first heavy ranged unit, the Mortar.
New units for everyone! To be honest, as an Elven player, I always was jealous of the human players and their Cerberuses. But the best part comes now.
Okay, you can tell them.
In the third package, we will release the promised 2 fairy units. And that's not all. We will also add a new orc unit in the orc chapter, so plenty of new units to try out in battle.
For me actually, the best thing about all these changes is that from now on we will be able to release interesting new battle content on a regular basis. There's much more to come and I hope you are looking forward to it as much as I do.
Today's episode was all about the battle, but that doesn't mean that our focus has changed. Elvenar stays Elvenar and fighting will always stay optional. I highly recommend to check out the forums. We are currently posting regularly about the battle changes, so you can find a lot more details, including release dates, about everything there. Until next time, thank you for your patience.
So the seasons are not the only things changing around here. Word down the street is that Forge of Empires is getting 2 new events coming up. But you didn't hear that from me. So let's go to T and Kai and see what that's about.
Good day, boys and girls. I am Kai and this is T. And let me check my watch. Ah, yes. It's time again for a moment in history. And as always, we will talk about the Queen today. And this Queen is Queen Elizabeth of Austria. You might better know her as Sisi. She was very beautiful, she was quite eccentric, she had very long hair, and her life was marked with tragedy. T, why won't you tell us more about this amazing Queen in our new amazing historic questline?
Certainly, Kai. This historical questline will start on September 5th and end on September 12th. When you finish the questline about Queen Sisi, you will receive her portrait and a brand new Avery production building where you can produce supplies as well as medals, coins, and forge points. Well then, history lovers, be sure to join in this month and play the Queen Sisi historical questline. As always, not only will you receive wonderful rewards, but you will gain knowledge. Until next time. Man, I love this show. That guy's a freaking hoot, isn't he? Well, I guess break time's over. We need to go back and pick some apples from that tree in the parking lot. You know, it reminds me of the fall event that we'll have this year in Forge of Empires.
Yeah, I think we never had a fall event in Forge of Empires. It would be a cool way for our players to enjoy fall in their cities.
In this brand new event, we're celebrating fall and harvest season. You'll be able to plant apple trees for your friends, guildmates and neighbors. Every time you aid another player, there's a chance that an apple tree is planted in their city's wilderness. Collect apples from the trees and use the apples to get awesome prizes. You can also do quests for Greba to earn more apples.
Yep, that's right, and since you mentioned awesome prizes. In the fall event window, you'll see 2 baskets that contain prizes. Trade in your apples to open these baskets for a chance of getting one of the prizes inside. Be sure to pay attention because every day a daily special item will appear in the baskets. You'll also notice the locked prizes underneath the baskets. Every day, 1 prize from each basket is chosen and appears as locked. To unlock these chosen prizes, open the baskets until you get the chosen prize. Once unlocked, you can grab the chosen prizes as many times as you wish by trading in apples. Every apple you spend is counted towards the neighborhood goal, represented by this jug of apple juice. If you and your neighborhood manage to fill up the jug before the end of the event, everyone will get a special reward.
How do you like them apples? Alright, Forge fans. Be sure to check out the new Queen Sisi historic questline and our brand new fall event. And leave comments in the section below. See you next time. Bye!
Well, thank you for that, T and Kai, but now let's head over to Grepolis and see what Niels has to say.
Hi guys, this is Niels again, game designer of Grepolis, and today I'm gonna tell you about the fall event, which is soon to be live, and about the changes we did on the daily login bonus. Soon we have a fall event where you will be again able to craft different items. This time we added the following items. Ones for triremes, fast transport ships, a combination of items for coins of war and wisdom, and increased the swordsman level. Further, we decreased levels for manticore boosts, harpies, furies, pegasus and light ships. But now enough of that. Next change I want to talk about was a request from you guys, which we from the game design team absolutely support. It's about changing the daily login bonus content. First of all, I raised the fixed amount of resources and favor you can choose from, making this meaningful. Then I changed the content of the mythical goblet and made it finally visible for you. As you can see, we removed all the low-level resource items, because if you wanted resources, you could have chosen that in the first place. Then I added items to the goblet, which level will scale up by each day. And I made sure that they are at least as valuable as the resources you could choose, which wasn't the case before. In general, you will find more items fitting to the needs of all player types, and even a new item granting coins of war and wisdom at the same time. I hope you enjoyed the change. I will look into the forums and check for your feedback. See you in game.
Tribal Wars 2 didn't just want to give you a contest this month, they also wanted to give you an event. So let's go to Ricardo to see what that event is about.
Hi, I'm Ricardo and I'm your lead community manager for Tribal Wars 2, and today I'm going to present you the awesomest feature of all times, Operation Cobra. Oh no, it's now called Gwendolyn's Game, and it's how we're going to celebrate our second birthday here at Tribal Wars 2. Okay, so we just pop open our game here, and as we can see right here on the left, here's Gwendolyn. We click on her and immediately we're taken into our event. So since this is our second anniversary, we're offering you a free shot on our first day. Also, every day that you come to visit the event, you get another free shot. So today we have 2 free shots, and let's give it a try. So we just hit here, there it is, bullseye, 1 more shot, and boom, there's our reward. And right now, if I want another reward, I can shoot again, but it will cost me 30 crowns. Or I can just wait until tomorrow and check out our next wheel with different prizes, and I can try my luck again. If you haven't hit the bullseye, go do it again. Now it's my turn. See you guys.
You know, if you follow us on Facebook, you've probably realized that we post a lot of stuff from the InnoGames Game Jam in Cologne. But if you didn't, don't worry, because we made this next video just for you.
I just arrived at the Game Jam here, and it's so far so good. It's a massive room, and the crowd is really diverse, so it's quite nice.
I actually specifically came here just for the Game Jam and to meet all these different and diverse developers from practically around the world.
I also used the opportunity to enjoy Respawn and Gamescom.
It is my second Game Jam. My first one, it's in Marseille, and after this Game Jam, I wanted something bigger, huge, and so I am.
It's been fun. It's been lots of fun seeing all the stuff that's been made here. There's some really cool games.
This is probably the most chill game jam we've been to so far. Like, it was a great venue, really good catering.
All the jammers been awesome, the organizers are awesome. I had a really good time, so I don't know what to say then. It's been awesome.
Well, that was it for the September episode of InnoGames TV. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll make sure to bring you the latest news and all your games. Bye!